do you think that the government probably may be better served canceling 2020-2021 school year, given the realities of COVID?
Most definitely not. To cancel the school year, oh no. For example, we experienced a hiatus from school when the pandemic just began, and I can tell you that several university students, it's as if we have lost the very little that we began to learn. There was an increase in learning apathy, and I believe that if we postpone this school year, the same thing will repeat itself. And in general, because it is a little bit difficult for us to be accustomed to this online schooling, because there are definitely benefits from face-to-face interaction. It will, I think we'll have a very unproductive workforce leaving the university space if we postpone this school year, or if it is that we do not find ways and means to have a more integrated modality in delivering courses.
Marlene, do you share that perspective?
Well, I do agree with Ashley, and I do agree with her. And in some sense, I think that in this pandemic, it is most definitely not reasonable to cancel the school year, because these are times in which they will teach us to maneuver problems or challenges that we will go out there in the workforce and face. COVID-19 has definitely brought a lot of challenges that students are now facing, and it has definitely pushed students to find means and ways and be innovative and maneuver these situations and navigate through this situation. So I don't think that would be reasonable. I do think we should still push through and see how best we can come up with means and ways, as Ashley said, to have a more integrated system. And I see where here at NCU we have the administration has sort of created a more integrated system where among all our campuses we're having courses. Students can choose courses from all our campuses, and this online system has created that way for us to do that, and for students to learn, and to just take advantage of the online learning platform. Though it poses disadvantages, there are many challenges, there are advantages that it comes with.
How concerned are you, though, that the records which are forming part of students' own body of work now will be permanent in years to come and could be disadvantageous, given the experiences they have been having as a consequence of the pandemic?
Well, I think many students are being affected, right? But I think if we should go back to a face-to-face environment now, many students will be able to readjust to the face-to-face environment because it's what they're used to. And I mean, yes, there may be implications that the COVID-19 pandemic caused, and they may develop a lot of challenges that they may have to maneuver and face and so forth. But I think it will help them to be more prepared. And as I said, if we should go back to a face-to-face environment, I think we will be able to readjust and carry on with life.
Yes, Ashley, you may take this on too, because face-to-face may be all well and good, but that won't change the grades which are now on the permanent records of students who have had to be doing schooling in the pandemic. I mean, is there not some concern in respect of the records that students are now accruing during this pandemic?
There's definitely a concern, but on the bright side, it's good for us to notice that earlier on in the pandemic, sure, the grades were not up to par. However, having been in it for what seems like forever, us as students, we have been able to adjust ourselves, and we've been able to take education into our own hands. Not to say that prior to the pandemic we haven't been, but the truth is that we're now learning skills, and we're now understanding that education really is our own priority. So things like research and our ability to teach ourselves and to really focus on other areas of the curriculum that we probably would not have had to prior to now, to really expand our knowledge base and get into different sectors. I think it's a cause for concern, but I believe that as we emerge triumphantly from the pandemic, employers will also be able to be cognizant of the fact that it was a difficult time for everyone. And so some of the grades that are reflected on our transcripts are not necessarily a good representation of what it is that we are able to produce in certain environments.